Okay. Okay, I guess it's recording. Yeah, it's recording.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, if you
Is
want
you?
to check in before we record, I think we can record now. So
Yeah, we can just start. Just start. I see you a bit
yeah,
blurry. I guess that's okay.
bit blurry.
Yeah, a bit blurry, but that's okay. Can you see me clearly?
Okay. Yes, I can.
Perfect. Perfect.
I just moved into
So
my new
I'm a
apartment here.
bit really. Can I see it? Can you show me your apartment?
Oh, it's it's pretty messy right now, but
Oh, okay,
this
that's
area
okay.
right here, yeah,
That's okay.
maybe at the end.
I'm a bit activated. I went playing soccer with some friends, and my energy is like really high right now.
Oh,
So
awesome.
yeah. So let's begin, I guess.
Sure.
How should we begin? I'm not sure how to begin.
Yes. Well, first of all, it's
uh,
good to connect with you again.
yeah,
I think last time we spoke was
around
August, I believe.
August, 15
Yeah.
August, something like that. Yeah. It's nice seeing
Yeah,
you too again.
I was thinking about that, and because right after we spoke, I think by the end of the month, and that's when I got hit by a car.
Oh, that's so
And
unlucky, I guess. What happened?
yeah, more or less recovered now. But yeah, I was in Los Angeles doing
Mm-hmm.
some workout there, and then also I was going to run a race. I was going to run
A marathon, right?
it was a half ultra marathon, but yeah,
Okay.
like 25
I don't,
kilometers. But
25? Oh, that's a lot, I guess.
but yeah,
For
but either
me,
way, yeah. So I had ran my last training run. And then as I was walking back home, I got hit by a car.
oh, was it
And
a rough accident? Are you okay now? Or were you
more or less,
hospitalized?
actually, still recovering. Yeah, I was in the hospital for a little bit and um, broke my leg in two places
Oh, okay.
and a bunch of stuff.
I'm
But
sorry, mate. I'm sorry. I'm
it's been
sorry.
um it's been an incredible opportunity for growth. I've noticed. So
Yeah,
it's actually been
everything happens for a reason, I guess. As I'm seeing the way I grow right now, I see that that negative actually helps, right? So the
yeah,
negative always helps. So we are always expanding as humans, as spiritual
hmm
beings. So when we are facing the negatives, when we are facing our fears, when we can be stable, active, and passive at the same time, I guess that we can really grow, we can really reach our potential, right? But at the same time,
yeah,
the whole idea of success is like in today's society, I believe that it's a bit ego based, right? I want all the money,
hmm
I want all the cars, I want all the women, I want all the drugs. But at the same
yeah,
time, question your idea of success and what does success mean to you? For me personally, it means helping other people. Like that's the
yeah,
main goal of life for me, at least.
yeah,
So what do you
yeah.
think
I
of
I
success?
totally agree.
What is success to you?
Yeah, I think the word success has been, I think, a bit confused in the media a little bit. I mean,
Yeah.
intentionally, we have been confused through it. In regards to, the driver of success. I mean, the real driver for all of us is to fulfill,
Something.
our deepest, our core values,
Mm-hmm.
like the things that are truly important to us. Um, but so often, you know, this is very broad and vague, but so often society will mislead us to believe that
Yeah.
success is all those things, um, because they're fun, they're indulgences and that type of thing, and
Mm.
they fulfill those core values for like a split second. But
Not
real
in the long
success,
term. Yeah.
yeah, real success is when you're truly achieving your core values in a healthy way, whether it's purpose, love, connection,
Mm-hmm.
those types of things. And
Yeah.
one of the best ways to do that holistically is through helping others to elevate
Yeah.
everybody.
And the idea is that when we are in alignment, when we are focused, it comes naturally, right? It always
Yeah,
comes naturally. All you gotta do is just reach for it, right? Just
yeah,
take a first
yeah,
step. And that step for me was always natural. I have always been I don't know, a bit creative in a way. I mean, since I had my spiritual awakening, I got creative. Before that,
hmm
I was a bit random. So I got to understand that the universe doesn't work in random ways. So
Yeah.
everything is connected in a way. Everything happens for a reason, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everything is here to help you, actually. All you got to see is open your eyes to synchronicities, open your eyes to love, open your eyes to new ways of creating,
Mm-hmm.
open your eyes to other people's advice sometimes. I have also realized that I was a bit stuck in my own way of doing things. And I'm not a pro, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Or maybe I'm already there, but at the same time, I was a bit stuck in my way of creating things. So a bit of in my ego, right? But the more that I look towards the within myself, the more I'm getting present, the more I realize that that ego dissolves, right? And all that
Mm-hmm.
remains is actually love, is actually beauty, it's actually a powerful feeling, a powerful
Mm-hmm.
mind, a powerful heart, and a powerful a spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah.
it's like when we connect back to our body, minds, and spirit, we are complete. Like it's like the
Yeah.
Trinity, right? There are three things. The universe works in trees. The trees, not trees from the forest, right? In trees.
Maybe a little bit. Yeah. A little bit of both.
Yeah, a little bit of both because nature is our mother. So yeah. So what are the topics that you wanted to go in today?
Um, I mean, one comment you had made, I think when we were just messaging before, that I thought would be interesting was you spoke about the exploration of letting go of beliefs, and
Yeah.
you had mentioned letting go of all beliefs. I was just curious what that entailed for you and what
Mm,
that meant. 'Cause I'm not sure I
uh,
quite understood letting go of
in a
all beliefs.
way,
Yeah.
while beliefs may be good, I also think that they limit you, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Osho, do you know Osho? Have you heard of Osho?
Yeah. Yeah.
He said, "I don't believe in believing."
Mm-hmm.
So the moment that you open to the fact that you have your unique way of expressing yourself, I don't think that there is a need for a belief because beliefs happen in the mind, right? The more that you
Mm-hmm.
slow down your mind and open your heart, you will realize that at the same time, everything may be connected. The past, you may the way that you are expressing yourself now may be coming from the past, but at the
Mm-hmm.
same time, all you got is the present moment, right? And the
Mm-hmm.
idea of time is like past, present, and future happen simultaneously. So everything happens now, right? You have
Mm-hmm.
access to, sorry, you have access to parts of yourself that were hurt before, or yeah, you have access to parts of yourself that were hurt and you can heal them now, but it takes
Mm-hmm.
a lot of patience, it takes a lot of presence, it takes a lot of love, of self-love, right? So I believe
Mm-hmm.
that self-love is one important key of letting go, because the moment that I let go, I realized that everything came to me, right? I may not have
Mm-hmm.
everything that I want yet, but I am so in peace with what I have right now. I'm so in peace with where I am right now. I'm so in peace at the way that I'm growing. And I
Mm-hmm.
have been blessed to experience this life. So, yeah, beliefs.
Yeah. Yeah. I love it. I think along with that, the only thing that I would add is um, one thing that came to mind was almost we want to refine our beliefs to a select few, because even believing to come from the heart and so on is I suppose a belief, um, that's
It's
how you want to be
relative.
showing up.
It's relative
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's interesting. Yeah.
Mhm. So tell me about what you're doing right now. Were a coach, or you are a coach, right? What?
Yes.
I don't know.
Full time. Yeah.
Tell me about your clients. Do you have a favorite one?
I can't disclose that. But no, I mean, every individual is so incredible to explore with. um one of the main focuses that I do is I work specifically with creatives,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
artists, visual
Yeah.
artists, and so on, and really supporting them to, like we're talking about, get out of your own way so you can just create from that more holistic, aligned
Perspective. Yeah.
perspective. And yeah, one thing you had mentioned about, I think you mentioned one thing that you find you're able to do is take that first step, and
Mm-hmm.
going one step at a time, realizing that everything is happening right now and it's just about taking that next step. So um, that's really the role that I suppose has been coming up a lot within my coaching practice, is just holding that space for that person to uncover those tools that are
Yeah.
already within them so that they feel comfortable in taking their next step that aligns with their model of the world. And yeah, it's been very exciting. I'm very feel very blessed and grateful for the growth that the business has been happening, and
Mm.
recently moved into my new place here. And um,
Yeah.
yeah, it's been a roller coaster though. As
I
I'm
love
sure you
it.
can imagine,
I
the
love it.
entrepreneurial, the spiritual journey is a very cathartic awakening, I suppose, at different moments.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's my dream to also become an entrepreneur, but
yeah,
I have it programmed in my mind like it's already happening. I'm
yeah,
visualizing myself already doing it, and the
yeah.
thing is that it's working. It's always working that way. The moment that you
Mm-hmm.
believe it possible, the moment that you feel it possible, then the universe just has to say yes. So Preston
Yeah,
Smiles, Preston
yeah.
Smiles, he said that the universe says yes, whether it's a positive thing or negative thing. So the universe is
Mm-hmm.
always saying yes. So I believe that we all have choices. We all have free
Mm-hmm.
will. We all can move in different way. And I have realized that the more that I grow, the more that I experience different things every day.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I'm a new Seba every single day, and
Yeah,
that's a beautiful thing.
yeah.
That's a beautiful thing.
That is, yeah.
So
I was curious to ask you what kind of what sparked you into your spiritual awakening, I suppose.
sparks? What do you mean by sparks?
Uh, what started it? What
Oh,
was the tipping point? Like, when did you
mm-hmm,
decide that? Was
mm-hmm.
it a defining moment, or was it more of a series of events? Or
A series of events actually, and it all started in 2014. Right
yeah,
now, I'm sending you some good vibes, so you might feel it, because I also believe in holistic energy and Reiki and all kind of things.
yeah,
So in 2014, I had rushing thoughts. I thought I was going crazy, and I didn't really know what was happening until I saw some YouTube videos that talked about spiritual awakening. And the first step of the spiritual awakening is called samadhi. Samadhi means that you experience bliss, that you
mm-hmm.
experience yourself as a whole. And then they say that you kind of lose this experience to really heal your past, to heal your ego, to heal your old self. So since then, I have realized that I'm healing every day. So the spiritual awakening was like it was a big moment for me. It was a shifting in perspective. It was a shifting in thoughts. It was a shifting in vibration. It was opening myself up to universal truths. It was opening myself up to love. It was opening myself up to a new intuition. It was opening myself up to creating, I guess. So, as fun as the spiritual awakening can be, it is also as rough. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like balancing the positive and negative. It's not about all the time being positive. It's also about accepting your negative side, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
at the same time, you can avoid some things like, yeah, I think it's about accepting your thoughts and emotion, but at the same time, I think that you have some control over them, right? So I'm only
mm-hmm.
speaking this so you can know what kind of a spiritual awakening I have had. So yeah, the spiritual awakening is a big thing. It's a blissful experience offered by the
Mm-hmm.
universe. It's a
Yeah,
blissful experience that everyone has access to, I guess. And
yeah. One thing you had mentioned that I just wanted to touch on was, you know, through the process, learning to accept everything as is and really embodying that everything is okay, but at the same time, still, you know, wanting to move forward and grow and
Yeah.
simultaneously. Um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's interesting how we find that they, like, sometimes subconsciously we might perceive that they're opposing or something, you know, because there's a very common belief, at least here, um, that, you know, if you're content and happy now and you accept who you are now, then what would be the motivation to keep moving forward and keep growing, and so on,
Oh,
which
okay.
which I disagree with, and funny enough, or paradoxically, I find the more that we accept where we're at now, the
The
more
more we
open
can
and more
grow.
capable we are, the more we can grow from that
Exactly.
place, because
Exactly.
every moment now we're able to utilize the whole experience.
Yeah.
But
So I
yeah.
believe that reality is not something separate. I think is useless seeing yourself in the future. So everything that you can be focused on is actually now, right? Now, 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 now,
Mm,
now, now, now. So the more that we live in the future, the more we lose, I think, or the more that we live in the past, the more we lose.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
you said that accepting yourself may feel you not motivated, right? This is what you were trying to say.
Mm,
It depends. It depends on what you want. Everything is subjective in a way. And what I want right now is really to be connected, is really
mm,
to move into my heart. And I have realized that the moment that I do that, gates are opening for me, right?
mm,
Because small steps open big doors. So every time you are where you are supposed to be. So the
mm,
key is not to judge yourself, whatever you are doing. Stop judging yourself and start loving yourself. The idea is
mm,
that if you feel like waiting, wait. Sorry.
mm,
If you feel like relaxing, relax. If you feel like being lazy, be lazy. Just
mm.
express whatever you feel, right? So it's like you're doing the effortless effort, right?
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
time that you are relaxing, your vibration increases. And
Yeah.
the moment that you think that you don't have enough, that not enough will be manifested in your reality. The moment that you think that
Mm,
you have enough, like you said, then you can have more. Then you can,
mm.
and I don't think it's about having, I don't think it's about possession.
Yeah.
I think it's about being, right? Being what
The
we want to be.
sensation of the
Yeah,
expansiveness. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's what it's all about. It's not necessarily doing more. It's just being more. It's,
Exactly.
you know,
Exactly.
having that, being able to access that ability for choice, I think, is
Mm-hmm.
the main thing.
Mm-hmm.
Where, you know, because the more aware you are of things, I mean, that's the first step to everything, is awareness, and from that place you can then consciously choose to do
Yeah.
or not to do. Yeah.
In my perspective, it should be fun and easy. Everything
Yeah.
should be fun and easy. You can choose to be a hard worker. That's not a problem. But
Mm-hmm.
my own way of seeing things is like life is natural. Like life
Mm-hmm.
doesn't make an effort. The universe doesn't make an effort. The universe
Yeah.
knows the law of least resistance. So the more that we claim resistance, I don't know, by meditating, by eating healthy, by doing some
Mm-hmm.
sports, by I don't for me creating a video, I realize that the moment that I create a video and I speak my heart is the moment that I'm feeling so powerful that my vibration changes, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, doing some stupid things sometimes. I'm also smoking sometimes cigarettes. Actually, I
Mm-hmm.
smoke a lot. It's been an emotional issue with the cigarettes, but I think I let it
Yeah.
go. That's not a problem. That's not what is not affecting me in a way. But yeah, letting go and being present. And deep down, we are genius creators. Deep down,
Mm-hmm.
we have the ability to create realities that match love, that match
Mm-hmm.
a positive vibration, that match what we want to be.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Yeah. And that's the power of going back to beliefs again, you know, that's the power of letting go of them, or releasing, or creating beliefs that are more aligned with yourself, because
Exactly. Like
when we
I
create.
said, let go of all the beliefs, but you don't really have to do that if it doesn't resonate
Yeah,
with
yeah,
you.
yeah,
So you
yeah,
have
yeah,
your own
and
choice. And what
and
I'm saying is just perspective. It may not be good for everybody, you know.
mhm,
It
yeah,
just sometimes it works for me.
yeah,
Okay, you were saying?
yeah, I think um yeah, just that system that we create for ourselves of, you know being expansive without or with beliefs, whatever suits the individual. That's what leads to our emotional responses, and that leads to the choices we make, and that leads
Mm-hmm.
to what a reality is. So, the more we expand on letting go, I suppose, then that's how we can access those realities that you're speaking about.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it's about becoming, it's about revealing yourself, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Everything is on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
They say that the whole universe is on the inside. Everything that was, everything that will be is on the inside. So
Mm-hmm.
you are not just yourself, you are the entire life at a
Mm-hmm.
level in a different dimension. Do you know about dimensions, spiritual dimensions?
Potentially.
Okay.
Uh, but I'd be curious to hear more. Yeah.
Okay. So in different dimensions, everything is happening now. Nothing is
Mm-hmm.
separate. Like I am not separate from you, and you are not separate from me. So at a level, I am the world, and the world is me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And experiencing different dimensions is like really experiencing a different reality. It's like seeing with your inner eye, which is the third eye, and
Mm-hmm.
that gives you a more objective perspective, more clear perspective, and lets you be creative in a way. But not
Mm-hmm.
everybody has their third eye open, so I'm not sure I'm gonna go into this
Mm-hmm.
because
That's a whole other conversation.
it's a whole other conversation. Yeah, but dimensions are interesting.
Yeah.
Dimensions
Yeah.
are interesting.
It brings up the topic of our concept of time as well, which, and now we're just inevitably going to get into some some deeper lanes, but
Yeah. Okay.
along with the dimensions and everything,
Yeah,
as you
just
mentioned.
let me tell you, the fourth dimension is the dimension of time. For me, it
Yeah.
was when I experienced the fourth dimension, it was the first part of my spiritual awakening. So,
Mm-hmm.
what I have experienced then was pure bliss. At some level, some
Mm-hmm.
negative emotions, but the most part was pure bliss and power. So,
Yeah.
what that helped me was to program my future, which is now. So
Mm-hmm.
the moment that you shift in another in another dimension, you will realize that you want to program your future. You want to program
Yeah.
a new you. You want to recreate yourself, right?
Yeah.
And everything felt easy and at bliss.
Mm-hmm.
And my subjective perspective of it, my subjective story of it is that I had to experience some past life karma or
Mm-hmm.
some karma from this life. What is
Mm-hmm.
karma? Is something that your inner being doesn't agree with, but you actually did it, right? So it may
Mm-hmm.
be you acting in a non-fair way, right?
Mm-hmm.
So experiencing karma may make you more powerful in a way. Healing karma may make you more powerful in a way, and yeah, the more that you heal your karma, the more powerful you are. So what is karma? Is understanding why some things had to happen, is
Mm-hmm.
understanding why you had to suffer in the past. And the thing is that the past is happening now. So the actions that you take now are actually influencing the past, right? So the moment
Mm-hmm.
that you change in the now is the moment that you can change your perspective of the past. Is the moment
Mm-hmm.
that you can send energy to your past traumatic experiences, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, experiencing
Because
a
everything is
different
happening now. Yeah.
yeah
Yeah.
experiencing a different dimension is also hard to explain because words are kind of limiting things, right? what I'm trying to share with you you may not receive the whole information. So I may choose not to go too deep into it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me about, are you
It's
on the
fascinating.
spiritual process as well? Have you tried to meditate? Have you tried to?
Oh yeah, I'd say, I mean, meditation is just such an incredibly profound way just to create that level of objectivity of, being able
Objectivity is a
to,
powerful thing.
yeah, just seeing like emotions and thoughts just as passing
Yeah.
clouds as opposed to believing them, learning to question them. I find meditation is a powerful way to tap into that. And, you know, meditation is a powerful way to prime yourself for the day. Um, to cultivate a more growth oriented mindset where you're not
Yeah.
fixed ways, you're loosening your grip. And so yeah, it's something I've been doing for years now and absolutely love it. One thing I've been
Nice.
exploring, as far as, I guess you could call this a bit spiritual, but I just started to realize, the past 4 or 5 months, it's been a season of change. There's a lot of
Yeah.
transitions happening where,
Mm. The
I mean,
more you
for me
grow, the more
personally,
you grow, right?
yeah, yeah. And then
The more you
along
grow.
with that, recovering from the car crash, rebuilding some of the foundations to the business. And then also, I'm being in a new city,
Mm.
getting set up here and everything. So one thing I've been really practicing, and it's very simple, but, um, you know, whoever comes across this video, I just want to invite them to explore the concept of just, what if everything is okay? Um,
Yeah,
you know,
that's powerful tool.
and
Accepting
it's,
your
yeah,
accepting reality is like the most powerful thing you could ever do. Accepting yourself in the now.
yeah. And just embracing that, whatever season of life you're in, whatever transition you're going through, wherever you're at is completely okay. Whether it's not saying that you want to stay there, but, if you're feeling depressed, then, it's okay. If you're
Yeah.
anxious, if you're overwhelmed, like everything, it's just a spectrum of emotion that is there to support us in receiving messages of what actions we
Mm.
might need to take. Um,
Mm.
so, they're just signs for us that, something is unsettled, that maybe needs to be explored. But it's been very interesting to just sit with that for myself, and the power of, just everything is okay.
Yeah.
Because I find in personal development, as you get more and more, I guess, practiced at your own journey, I find sometimes what I found I was experiencing was I was doing all of these habits, I was doing all these powerful tools to grow and tap into a deeper sense of connectivity, but I
Okay.
wasn't actually doing them. It was like I had my morning routine where I'd wake up, I meditate, I journal,
What do you mean to say?
go.
You were not present with it, or something like this? You weren't present.
Yeah, so more what I found myself is, I just distracted, and I was just kind of going through the motions of doing them, but I wasn't actually getting the benefit of them because I wasn't allowing for it. Um, so, as I've sat more and more with, well, like, what if everything is okay and I can just embrace this moment right now? It's really allowed to tune back into that and just, you know, this is all that matters is right now. And, um,
Mm-hmm.
good and bad, negative and positive,
Are the same thing.
they're just relative terms to the same thing. I like the reference of, almost the light and the shadow, where it removes some of the positive and negative language context to it, and it's
Yeah.
more, anything that is light, there's going to be a shadow to it, and the shadow is just as useful as the
As
light.
the light. Yeah.
So then, the negative things
Powerful.
can be just as powerful.
Yeah.
It's just what we allow ourselves to do with them. It's really what it comes down to.
Your job is to become an alchemist. An alchemist always
Yeah,
makes the best out of the worst, right?
yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's huge.
Yeah,
That's a really
and
good book too. I haven't read that in a while.
yeah, The Alchemist.
Yeah, it's a good book.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when I read it, I my energies were so focused on the right side of the brain that my
Yeah.
logic wasn't really activated. And I read it, I understood bits of it. Can you explain me more about what happened there? So what was the story of it?
Oh, geez, I would have to go back through it, but um, essentially, the story is about him trying to find gold, from what I remember.
Yeah, okay.
I read it like 6 or 7 years ago, so I'm not too clear on the actual story.
So I guess the thing was
But I
that
remember it being very
he
profound. Yeah.
he was looking for something that he already had, and everything that he wanted was love, something like this. I'm not sure. I'm just asking.
Yeah. I'll, now that you bring it up, I might have to read that book again.
Okay, perfect. I guess
I
I'll
think it's
read it
been too
too.
long. Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll do a
and
book
one
club.
important question to ask yourself is what do you want? And
Yeah.
the thing is that we all want love. I believe
Mm-hmm.
that love is the only truth of the universe. There might not be
Mm-hmm.
an absolute truth, but love is who we really are. So love is
Mm-hmm.
all there is. Everything else may be an illusion.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you want? You said that you tried some things and didn't feel present with it. Ask yourself, why do you want that? Like, ask
Yeah. Yeah.
automatically, what do you want to accomplish? Is it some social, what's it called? Some social approval? Because I have
Mm-hmm.
realized in myself that I have also needed social approval because, or maybe because of the fact that I didn't have enough, the fact that I wanted to be heard, right? Because, and thing is that the road is back. The road is backwards. The road is not out there. The road is back within yourself. The road is back to authenticity. The road is back to love. The road is
Mm-hmm.
back to that feeling of when you were a kid. And they say that you don't remember things until you passed 4 years is because you were not operating from the mind. So when you were
Mm-hmm.
born as a kid, you were not operating from the mind. You were operating fully from the heart. So then the ego was created, unfortunately. Or maybe the ego is also on purpose. The ego may not
Mm-hmm.
be a bad thing, but the moment that we let go of everything, the moment that we move into our hearts, the moment that we choose to embrace our realities, the moment that we choose to sing, sometimes to dance. Sometimes I'm spending like half an hour dancing in my room, looking in the
Mm-hmm.
mirror and say, Seba, you're good, man. You're all good.
Mm-hmm.
That's a powerful emotion that I'm experiencing. So, yeah, success is already within yourself. You are already
Mm-hmm.
successful. Why? Because you are alive and you have things to be grateful for. Look, I have a laptop, I have a camera, I have light in my house, I
Mm-hmm.
have food in my fridge. Everything is going well. Yes, I'm always going for more, but the only way to go for more is to accept whatever I have now. Because if I'm
Mm-hmm.
not in peace with what I have now, then how can I grow? And at the same time, if I don't know who I am, if I don't know what is within myself, then how can I express myself? Then I would just be a monkey speaking with 1,000 thoughts a second. I don't know, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So letting go and knowing that there is always more, accepting
Yeah.
your reality where you are now.
Yeah. And I think
Powerful
that's
tools.
it's a great way to wrap it around, of just, like you're saying, success is, it all starts with just that, self-awareness and self-acceptance, and from there, that's
Yes,
where success
exactly.
can really amplify.
Yeah.
That feels like a good place to actually
And
hit
I
pause
have
for
I've
today.
also realized that being passive and being the observer of my own thoughts, because who am I? I am not my mind, I am not my ego, I am not even my
Mm-hmm.
body. I am the whole universal consciousness that explodes as love. I am everything that has happened, everything that will happen. I am really everything. Nothing is separate in the universe. And when I realize that I am only the observer of my thoughts, then my thoughts start to slow down. Because
Mm-hmm.
if I'm not identifying myself with my thoughts, then I can let that vibration flow more. Then I can open my inner body, my inner chakras,
Yeah.
my inner space, right?
Yeah.
So at our deeper level, we are really powerful, but I think we forgot this. We forgot this, and we have entered the illusion of what success is.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I think that society has programmed us to have inauthentic desires. Like, I'm not
Mm-hmm.
saying money is a bad thing, but when you run from money, when you are stuck in a job 8 or 9 hours a day, and you're not feeling happy, just leave it. Just leave it,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know, do something different.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, realizing
Yeah.
that you may have a higher purpose for this life.
Mm-hmm.
So Osho said that life doesn't have a purpose, but you may have a higher purpose. Ask yourself, what is that purpose? How can I expand that purpose? How can I move towards the things that I actually want, that are actually in my heart? And the
Yeah.
idea
Yeah.
is, and I'm also speaking to myself right now, is to dare to try out new things, new beautiful
Mm-hmm.
things when you are
Yeah.
feeling free. And if you don't have that freedom to create, then you are feeling stuck. So
Mm-hmm.
what I have asked from the universe is to really have that freedom to create. And I'm still in the process. Don't think at me as I am so perfect at it, because I'm still growing. I'm still growing every day. I'm still taking small steps every day.
Mm-hmm.
But the idea is, for me at least, is to see life as a celebration, to see life as something beautiful, to see life as something that is happening for me, to see life abundant, because
Mm-hmm.
abundant first happens in the mind. If you're not abundant in the mind, if you're not happy with the emotions that you have, you can have all the money in the world. I see a
Mm-hmm.
lot of rich people that are still poor on the inside, and that's a
Mm-hmm.
mess. That's a mess.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna share things that people should be afraid of, or
Yeah.
I'm only speaking what the world wants to hear, I guess. I'm not going
Mm-hmm.
in the other way. So yeah.
And I think it's very possible and very appealing to aim for both levels of success, of the internal and the external.
Yes, that's powerful. I agree.
Yeah. I mean, either way, if you want to make a lot of abundance, like financially or not, I think both are good, and both, I think it really depends on, like what you're saying, as we get clear on what our core
Values.
values are and so on, that's then we can start to define the external parameters in line with that for ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
yeah.
But first start with the inside. I think
Yes,
that's the way
I
to
would have to
go.
agree with that. Yeah.
I
Well,
honestly
I'm
I honestly try to do all the hard work, but I have realized that I was not in alignment emotionally. I wasn't
yeah,
strong enough. So I waited a bit longer. I waited until my energies have recalibrated, and now I see that
yeah,
I am flowing a bit better. I am flowing a bit
yeah,
better. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And there's not really any right or wrong way either. It's
Yeah, there is no right or wrong
whichever
way.
piece comes up first, I suppose. Which is why I love the power of coaching and so on, is having somebody in your corner that supports you in taking those steps forward.
Hmm. You have a whole
Yeah.
team there, a whole team of coaches, or are you alone, or
No,
how
just
does it
me.
happen?
Just I mean, but yeah, as much as I support my own clients, I also invest back into coaches for myself as well. I think it's
Can I become your client, maybe?
yeah.
I
We can
could,
save
right?
that for off the call. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But with that, I feel like this might be a good spot to end the recording. I think we really wrapped it up, going from starting with success to ending with success.
Are you sure? I don't know. So you want to end it? Maybe there are some more things that we could go on, like, I don't know, how much time has passed?
I'm not sure. Let's see. Like around 50 minutes, 48 minutes.
48? Wow. That happened so fast. I thought it was only
Yes.
like 20 minutes. So I guess we were abundant in our speech. Okay, mate, as you wish.
Flow state.
Let's see if something else comes up. Asking yourself big questions. We went through that. Success. We went through that. The inner world. Let's talk a bit about the law of attraction.
Yes.
So what is the law of attraction, guys? The law of attraction is the fact that your emotions are connected to your highest good. So positive emotions bring positive outcomes. Negative emotions bring negative outcomes. Accepting a negative emotion will turn it into something more positive, or something that breaks duality, or something that transcends duality. So I believe that law of attraction will work for you the moment that your subconscious will believe it. So not only your mind has to believe it, also your emotions have to match that vibrations. Because the heart center, the emotional center is like 10,000 times more powerful than the mind. So you can have first it in the mind, and then move it into your emotional center. Because when you feel it, then you can have it now. At our higher state, someone said that everything that we want, we can get it now in a way. But it's the problem that we are having resistance. We are having resistance with our emotions. So that may be not that may not make your emotions that powerful, because you have a bit of resistance. And resistance is okay. Resistance is okay. The more that you recognize it, the more that you accept it, and dare to express yourself, express your inner truth, because deep down you are very powerful. Okay, that's it with the law of attraction. Law of attraction always works in everything.
Yeah, I think the benefit of that is when we envision how we want to feel, what we want to be seeing, what we want to be hearing. Even if we're experiencing resistance, we become more capable to acknowledge the opportunities to take actions forward, which is why it becomes more effortless when we truly embody that law of attraction. The more we embody the assumed state of how we want to be right now, then we start to show up as if we already have it. And when we show up as if we already have it, then that's how we capture the things, because we're operating as if we are that version of ourselves already. And so it only makes sense that we would find the things to get there.
And also an important thing for me is to realize that less is actually more. So less may mean more, guys. If you want to live a complicated life, that's your own business. Maybe at a level, I still want to live a complicated life. But I realize that simplicity is key. So simplicity is presence. Simplicity is powerful, right? So again, ask yourself, why do you want it? Is it because you want to impress someone? Is it because it is a lack within yourself? Is it because it was a past childhood? It was a childhood trauma? Big questions lead to big answers. So yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And following that question up with, why do you want it? What's important about that for you? What is the positive intention behind that?
Yeah.
And so on.
Okay, mate.
We could go on and on about it. Yeah.
We could go on and on. Yeah. I loved it. Thank you. Thank you for having this call. And does Zoom can Zoom handle more than 2 participants? I have also a friend who could help us in another Zoom call. So I think you have to pay if you want to have more than 2 participants.
Not sure actually, but can you hit end record?
Yep. I can. So should I hit it? Something for the viewers. Thank you guys. This is my good friend Stevie Chow from the States.
Yes, sir.
Great guy. He's very he's inspired. He's very powerful. I feel his energy. He's very stable now. I feel like he went through a lot, and this makes him even more powerful. So yeah, Stevie's a good guy. I love you, Stevie.
Love you too, man.
Love
Cheers,
you.
bro.
Cheers. Okay, I'm gonna stop recording now.